let's talk about the most magical thing that happens when we play, which is turning thoughts into sound.
Every time we play clarinet, we hear brain waves converted to sound waves. Viewing our sounds through this lens has profound implications. Playing the clarinet is no longer just playing notes. It becomes a direct presentation of the quality and order of our thoughts. It is really difficult to imagine something more intimate than this. It is like a full disclosure of our emotional state. This realization is powerful enough to be expanded literally into any direction. For instance, how sensitive we must be to what it is that we hear. How sensitive and gentle we should be when evaluating others playing. How closely our mental health is tied to our sound, because we can literally hear how well or unwell we are. This is both a phenomenon and a privilege unique to us as clarinetists. Our sound is produced inside the mouth. This is how close the brain is to the reed, and this is how quickly our thoughts and emotions get translated onto the reed and projected out through the clarinet. So each time, before you pick up your instrument, calm your breath. It is the fuel for your sound, so it needs to be of good quality. Soften your gaze, no darting eyes. As they say, eyes are the window of the soul, so they will tell you whether or not your soul is calm. And then eventually choose something manageable to practice based on the time and energy that you have, so you do not inflict more stress upon yourselves. Remember, be gentle with what you hear, because what you're hearing is truly you.
After addressing the importance of having our thoughts being projected through our instruments, it is perhaps time to examine and further improve the ways how we practice. We need to practice in a very specific and organized way in order to further refine the process of getting our thoughts through our instruments. Recently, I had a really fun chat just about practicing with my musician friend, Michael. And this is what we've got for you.
I was wondering something, and I wondered if you could settle it for me. How much should I practice?
That's the million-dollar question. As the old proverb has it, don't practice until you get it right. Practice until you can't get it wrong. That basically means that one has to be very organized with one's practice, meaning target the trouble areas, break them down into smaller units, practice every smaller unit separately, then put them together, and then loop the motif that you just practiced until you will get the physical, like the motion memory, and also you will remember how it sounds. This takes a little bit of patience and perseverance.
Well, a little while ago, it struck me that there are a lot of words that start with R that refer to what is good practice. So I have 4 of them. Number 1, routine.
Routine.
Very important to have a routine when you practice, to do it after you've had a full meal and you're happy and you feel good, or to do it first thing in the morning if you like doing that and you're a morning person. So a routine, same time of the day, is a really good way to motivate yourself because you feel like, oh, now it's time to practice. I don't have to force myself, it's just what I do. Number 2, regularity. If you were to cram 7 hours of practice into one day, or if you practiced for 1 hour every day of the week, I can guarantee you that the person who does 1 hour a day for the week will turn out far better because they have recalled that same information many times over. For 7 times, in fact, they've recalled the same information. So very important to have regularity. Number 3, rest. While you're practicing, take care to feel how your body's doing. Don't over push. Give your muscles a rest. Take 5 minutes. Take even 30 seconds. I take my hands off the keys just to rest. And you can also rest pieces. Put them on the shelf for a week or a month and come back to them with fresh eyes and fresh ears. And lastly, number 4, recording. Now you can record yourself on your phone very easily, or you can get a handheld recorder. You can really hear how it is that you come across to the audience. So routine, regularity, rest, and recording are the keys to making good practice.
My goodness, I think you just established the 4R rule.
I think we might have to coin that.
Well, when ensembles get together, it's slightly more complicated when you practice by yourself, because that involves having more people in the room, obviously. And when there are more people in the room, that means there are more people to agree on everything. So the rule number 1 of a positive and productive ensemble practice is the right attitude. Arrive with a positive and embracing attitude. Think, whatever happens in that practice room, no matter how difficult the piece is, we're going to make it happen together. Secondly, arrive prepared. Have your part learned. That means being able to play it from the beginning to the end without stopping and without mistakes. That goes for all members of the ensemble. Then listening. Listen carefully to your own intonation. Listen carefully to your own rhythm. And how do you treat your dynamics? Do not overpower your colleagues. This way, you always will be blending very well with the group. And lastly, think of adopting workshop style of a rehearsal. Perhaps, Michael, you would like to add a few words about that.
Workshop style is when you make something together. It's a collaborative creation. So as Cornell said, you have to bring the right attitude and your positivity and your preparedness. And then workshopping a piece means making those decisions together and getting external input. Coaching, playing it for a friend, playing it for a small audience, and being willing to go back, as we do with our pieces, many times over, and changing how we do this section. Okay, let's do this section a little louder. Okay, let's repeat this bit an extra time because that just felt a little too short. Sometimes we workshop a piece many times over a period of years. So again, you bring your flexibility and your positivity to the whole process, and this is what makes the collaborative energy in a workshop setting really work.
Just to briefly recap, what makes a successful ensemble practice is the right and positive attitude, being prepared individually and as a group, careful listening to your own playing and to your colleagues, and workshopping every piece that you are rehearsing.
So far we've talked about turning thoughts into sounds and about practicing techniques. Now, let's talk about how to tie it all up together and present it on stage. Let me invite you to listen to my second conversation with Michael about professional musician skills.
What does it take to be a professional musician?
Let me think. In 3 words: attitude, attitude, attitude. A, triple A.
Now try 3 different words.
I tried three different words. Okay. Why did I start with attitude again? Is because, listen carefully, this is very important. You can be a beginner with a professional attitude. And one can also be a so-called professional with a beginner's attitude. So what does it mean? That means that you always come prepared, that you do your homework, that you go 1 extra mile, learn 1 extra thing from another chapter, from another piece. Just be curious and diligent at the same time. That is your attitude. That is the positive attitude of a professional.
Which
you might be
anyone can do.
Absolutely, anyone can do. It takes discipline. The second thing that makes you a professional is perseverance. Do not take failure as a suggestion to stop trying. And on a micro level, if for instance you practice and things don't work, it doesn't mean that they will never work. That just means that you're not there yet. So disregard all that frustration and keep going, keep going. Then on the macro level, for instance, if you apply for different schools or scholarships or grants or whatever you are going to apply for, and if you get a letter of rejection, what are you going to do? You have the right attitude that will already help you to persevere and say to yourself, let me try again. Let me try next season. Let me try next semester. Let me try to see how to improve on what I've done in order for the committee to say yes next time. Because nobody out there wants to make your life more difficult. People do genuinely want to help you, but they need to see that you want to help yourself by constantly improving on your skills, your attitude, and on your perseverance.
Well, you need interpersonal skills.
What does it mean? I'm sorry.
I think I would even say that before talking about your technique on your instrument.
What does it mean?
I will tell you, but you'll have to develop better interpersonal skills.
Now I understand what it means in practice.
Well, interpersonal skills are your ability to communicate to your fellow humans, whether it's your duo partner or your manager or somebody booking you for a concert or your teacher. But it also means our ability to talk things through in rehearsal, in mediation, in problem solving, and in conflict resolution. We also work in many different circumstances, in different concert halls, different collaborators, different tech crew. Every night is different. And if we don't bring our abilities as mediators when things go wrong, because trust me, they do, almost every time that you play, something will not be perfect. And you can't get hung up on that. You have to use your skills as a communicator to make the best out of everything that is around you. And a professional creates a great performance out of whatever skills and whatever circumstances they have. Of course, number 2, you need technique on your instrument. That goes almost without saying, but there are great music teachers that can help you with that, and with time you'll get there. But you do need technical skills on your instrument and beyond. I think now you almost certainly in the 21st century can't get away without some technical skill of basic recording, on your laptop or your phone, and a little bit of video editing, but fortunately you can learn all of these basically for free on YouTube, at least the basics. Finally, if you want to have a career as a professional musician, you need some rudimentary business skills at a minimum. Maybe you're not going to manage your career. Some people love business and they want to do it all themselves. Others want to outsource and have a manager or an agent. But if you're doing that, you need to have a rudimentary understanding so you know if your manager is doing a good job or not. Otherwise, how would you know? So important to have interpersonal skills, technical skills, and some business skills as well.
Thank you for staying with me till the very end of this mini workshop. I hope that it inspires you to become even better artists. Stay healthy, stay motivated, and good luck.